All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Eric, and you're watching Cyborg MTG here on YouTube Gaming. I'm super excited to bring you tonight's list. This is Yuuya Watanabe's list from the Pro Tour. He did top 8 with this deck, and it's a pretty sweet deck. But before we get into that, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're all getting a chance to spend time with your family, and if even if it's your online family, whatever it is, I hope you're getting to spend some time with them, feasting, getting some good victuals this holiday season. For those of you who don't know what victuals are, that's food. Anyway, we've got a great deck for you guys. I hope you like it. It is a competitive deck. Like I said, Yuuya was able to take this to a top 8 finish at the Pro Tour, which is the highest echelon of gaming for Magic the Gathering. It is a pretty cool deck, so if you guys want to check it out, it's not exactly a cheap deck. So if you want to rent this on Magic online, or you want to rent it in paper, Mana Traders has got you covered. As always, if you want to sign up for that, there's a coupon code in the description box below that'll save you 15% on your first 3 months. Alright, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you do like the deck, if you like the content. I am going to try to at least play one competitive deck a week. We're playing a lot of brews, we're playing a lot of Debs decks and stuff, and I want to make sure that we keep getting these competitive decks out. So if you do like this content, let me know. You want to see more competitive decks, you want to see more of my decks, you want to see more brews, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below exactly what it is you want to see, and we'll try to work on it. Even if you got some ideas, hey, I just want to see this type of deck or that type of deck, put the comment below, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's take a look at Yuuya Watanabe's awesome deck here. Now, this is a competitive deck, so I did go ahead and throw the pretty lands in here. So we've got something nice to look at. We've got some mountains, we've got some islands. Yuuya does have a singleton Guildgate in here, and that's because I assumed that the Japanese team crunched the numbers and they needed one more split land. So we've got Steam Vents and we've got Sulphur Falls as a full play set. One Izzet Guildgate, and the rest of the 21 lands are made up of the 5 mountains you see, and then islands finishing it out. Now there are 4 copies of Op, 4 copies of Shock in the deck. There's a lot of 4-ofs here. So let's just go ahead and go over all the 4-ofs. We've got Shock, Op, we've got Chart a Course, Radical Idea, we've got 4 copies of Arclight Phoenix, we've got 4 copies of Discovery Dispersal. Let's pull that over here. 4 copies of Discovery Dispersal. We have 4 copies of Enigma Drake, but only 3 copies of Crackling Drake. Now, there is also 3 copies of Lava Coil, and then we've got our Goblin Electromancers, which will help us just kind of churn through the deck. The deck does have a ton of draw in it, and that's kind of what you want to do. You want to be able to get this Goblin Electromancer down, and then you want to be able to throw some Arclight Phoenixes and stuff in the graveyard, and then from there just kind of go ham on your opponent. Now that is the top of the curve. There's nothing beyond that. In the sideboard here, we've got a ton of options. Yuuya is pretty spread out here. We've got Beacon Bolt, we've got Murmuring Mystics, or a Murmuring Mystic. We've got a couple copies of Ralzeric. We've got some Entrancing Melodies to be able to gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X. This is pretty cool, being able to gain control of certain cards in the White Weenie decks, being able to gain control of even a buffed up Wild Growth Walker is very handy. Niv Mizzet to be able to just push through those counter decks and stuff. With this deck being able to just churn through itself. If you watched last night's deck, you probably seen the last night for you guys. I just recorded that moments ago, but if you watch that deck, you notice that deck works really well with Niv Mizzet. However, this deck has basically the same backbone as that deck, just this has better threats. So that's kind of the idea here. I'm trying to do all the Izzet decks this week, and this is the creme de la creme. the the top of the barrel right here. Anyway, So pretty cool deck. We're gonna get into some gameplay. Hope you guys like it. This is a competitive deck, so I am going to run this in competitive queues. So hopefully we'll do pretty good with it here. And I'll run in competitive queues as long as I have an opponent. Oh wow. We ran into this guy earlier. We may lose this, but I really want you guys to see this deck. If this guy's playing the same deck that he was playing earlier, you guys are going to love it. All right, so let's do this. As long as we can get into, our... Let's just go Steam Vents tap. As long as we can get into, some draw spells, some way to throw this Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard, we should be okay. I'm not going to talk much about the opponent's deck. I'm just going to let that kind of unfold and let you guys take a look at it. He's got a really sweet Majority's Conjecture deck. So I'll let you guys in on the little secret there. It is a Majority's Conjecture deck. Let's go graveyard top. We'll draw the extra land. Maybe I should have just dumped the extra land, but I think that we want the 4th land. And we got another land anyway, so let's just run out an Enigma Drake and pass. Now, I forgot to mention the 1-of Maximize Velocity in Yuuya's deck. There is a 1-of in the main board, and it's a Maximize Velocity. So, pretty cool card. Alright, so the opponent doesn't have any creatures here. He is definitely just trying to take multiple turns, using Majority's Conjecture, getting to copy his spells and stuff. So I think I get to get away with more damage if I do this. Alright, well, we'll pass. And I'm just trying to be as fast as possible here. He does have ways to kill this. Looks like he's running some Golden Demise, Notion Rain, Fight with Fire. Blink of an Eye, just going to bounce it. Alright. So I could play Arclight here, or I could just run back the Enigma Drake and play Discovery Dispersal. Okay, so I'm gonna go graveyard, and just grab the next card. There's a Goblin Electromancer. That's not bad. Arclight Phoenix. So he does need to actually kill this Enigma Drake. Cast down Vraska's Contempt, something. There's a Majority's Conjecture. Alright. So I would really love to... Lava Coil. That's not going to do us a lot of good. Alright, so let's play the Crackling Drake. Draw an additional card. There's a Steam Vents. Yeah, I'll pay for that. We'll go Goblin Electromancer. Get in for 5. Now he needs to be able to kill multiple things. I mean, he can bounce. He did get his bounce spell back. So he can bounce something, and he does get his sorcery back here as well. Ritual of Soot. That's going to kill most everything. Then he bounces the Drake. Okay. Chart a course. I think I can just cast Chart a course here. We'll rid of Arclight Phoenix. Play Enigma Drake again. Draw another card. We get another land. I'll play the Guild Gate and pass. Alright. We are lethal here. He does get to copy anything he casts this turn. So if he casts Nexus of Fate, he will be able to take multiple turns. Golden Demise copied twice. It's pretty good. Alright, so these lava coils are definitely just dead. Oh man, that's brutal. That is brutal. I'm just gonna hang on to the shocks. Alright, Thought Erasure. Yeah, we need to get into some Chart a Course, Radical Idea, things like that. There's a Majori's Conjecture. That will get back blink of an eye. There's a Chart a Course. Alright, so let's fire off Chart a Course. And hopefully we can just churn into some... I'm going to get rid of Lava Coil. I'll play the Drake. 100% want to leave open red mana. Because I want to have that out of drawing. There's a Radical Idea. Now we need to draw, like, opt off a Radical Idea. There's an Arclight Phoenix. Okay. So now he has to deal with a Crackling Drake. Alright, so we've got a Radical Idea in the graveyard. So he gets Fight with Fire here. Okay, he got back Fight with Fire. How does he produce the red? With that Steam Vents. Okay. Fight with Fire on the Drake. There's another Lava Coil. Alright, so I'm going to Radical Idea, discard Lava Coil. Alright. Radical Idea. Opt. I don't need to opt. What I need to do is I need to Radical Idea. Discard Arclight Phoenix. Play land. Go to combat. Get 2 Arclight Phoenixes back. And swing. Oh, blink of an eye. Alright, so he's going to blink it. Another blink. Okay. I am going to play Enigma Drake here. And still make him have to answer the Enigma Drake. Yeah, we've got Arclight Phoenix in hand, and he just blew through two blinks. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can avoid being just outright killed here. Really sweet Majority's Conjecture deck. I have this list. He did send me this list. I'll pull it up for you guys later and take a look at it. But pretty sweet deck. All right, let's see what he cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Fight with Fire kicked. Fight with Fire kicked. Copied. Doubled. All right. So I'm going to cast Opt. We're going to go bottom of the library. We get a Goblin Electromancer. That's pretty good. We'll play Electromancer. Play a Radical Idea. We get an Enigma Drake. Cancel. We'll play Radical Idea. Get rid of Arclight Phoenix. Chart of Course. Get rid of Arclight Phoenix. Enter combat. And swing. What do you got, opponent? Blink of an eye? Okay. Vraska's Contempt. Alright, the opponent's at 3. We'll play Drake and pass. I'm going to keep the land for discard, even though I can discard Arclight Phoenixes. We can still also just hardcast 2 Arclight Phoenixes next turn. So he's got 3 cards in hand and needs to deal with 5 cards. Needs to deal with 4 cards. The Goblin Electromancer is not necessarily lethal. And he could just start kind of like going infinite here. The deck does run a copy of Omniscience? What a card. Omniscience. Alright, so we'll see what he's got. Mastermind's Inquisition. What's his options here? The opponent said he had no outs, so we'll see. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and scoop it up. We'll begin sideboarding. Alright, so lava coils out. Shocks are fine. They're easy to use. I think I want Disdainful Stroke, and I think I want Spell Pierce. We don't need Beacon Bolt. We don't need other ways to like kill our opponent. Ralzeric, not really here. Entrancing Melody, not really. Niv Mizzet, possibly. Even Fireman's Research could be a possibility. I think I get the opportunity. I think we can just run it back. The Lava Coils were just like the most dead card in the deck. So we'll just trade the 3 Lava Coils out for the Disdainful Strokes and the Spell Pierce to be able to stop some of his, Majority's Conjectures and other spells. So he's got a lot of really big spells. So just being able to stop those are pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to keep. We've got some Phoenixes. We should be able to get those set up online. There's a Steam Vents we can bring in, tap this turn. Alright. Thought Erasure. I guess with Thought Erasure you need to take Chart a Course. Right? What would you take here? Would you take Chart a Course or would you take Discovery Dispersal? Yeah, you take Chart a Course. You don't want me to be able to dump these Arclight Phoenixes on you. I'll play a land that he already knows about, and then I'm going to cast Discovery. I just want to get into more stuff, making these Enigma Drakes bigger. Oh wow! All right, so we go. Let's go Graveyard top, and we'll just start playing threats starting next turn. And just make him answer everything. There's a Notion Rain. There's a Maximize Velocity. Not a bad spell. Alright, so I'm just going to go Sulphur Falls and then Enigma Drake. I mean, it's only a 2/4, but, you know, making the most use out of our mana here is kind of relevant. Taking that Chart a Course was pretty good. I mean, I wanted to be able to draw into some more cards. And being able to throw an Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard is pretty good. Alright, so we got rid of one of them. Okay, so let's start pushing some damage here. He's tapped out, so I know I get to hit for 3 this turn. And we'll swing for 3 and pass. In testing, I've actually played some games with this deck that I just never seen Arclight Phoenix at all. Still won. So the deck's got plenty of serviceable threats. Very serviceable threats. You're talking about 3 mana creatures that can swing for, you know, anything from 0 to 10 power or even more. So yeah, pretty cool. Discovery. Alright. And I'm just going to keep throwing Phoenixes at him for a little bit, make him deal with those. Using removal spells on the Phoenix is good. If he doesn't have cards like... if he doesn't have cards like Vraska's Contempt to be able to deal with the Phoenixes, then we should be in a pretty good spot. Like, I don't think he wants the Thought Erasure, the Arclight here. Thought Erasure should probably be used on the Disdainful Stroke or the Enigma Drake. I don't think Maximize Velocity helps him any. Alright, so he took the Enigma Drake. Good call. Good call. I mean, just removing it now is exactly where you want to be. I am going to go ahead, slam this other Arclight Phoenix down, and swing. I mean, it's 6 damage coming at you. It's pretty hefty bite. Now he could like go into Majari's Conjecture here. Vraska's Contempt, not bad. Does he pay the life for the Watery Grave? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He did pay it. Wow. Well, let's play Enigma Drake. Maximize Velocity on Enigma Drake. So if he's got a bounce spell, I assume he uses it here. So if he's got like Blink of an Eye. There's the Blink of an Eye. So he has to be able to deal with this yet again next turn, because we can always just Enigma Drake and flashback or not flashback, but jumpstart the maximized velocity. Does he have a land that he can cast Blink with? That's the question. Can he cast that Blink? He can cast that Blink. And he had to pay life for it. There's a Sulphur Falls. Alright. Well, I'm going to do it this way. Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Maximize Velocity on Crackling Drake. Discarding Steam Vents. And we've got a couple... Well, we've got one lethal attacker here. We know that he can blink the Crackling Drake or the Arclight Phoenix. Alright, so there goes the Drake. He gets a sorcery back now. Alright, so we're out of hasty creatures, but he still has to deal with the Arclight Phoenix. Alright, so he gets a sorcery. Notion Rain doesn't work. Fight with Fire is not bad. Mastermind's Acquisition. Okay. The opponent's at 1. Alright, let's see how he deals with the Arclight Phoenix. Cast down. Okay. I am going to play Enigma Drake because I want to keep up that Disdainful Stroke. And then if we keep up Disdainful Stroke, depending on what he casts, like we may not just die. He is going to get double spells here, though, so that could be a thing. Thought Erasure. Copy. It's pretty good. Enigma Drake's only a 2/2, but he only needs 1 power. He just needs the 1. Alright, so he gets a Thought Erasure. Gets rid of both the Crackling Drakes. It's pretty good. Copy Thought Erasures seem pretty good to me. Fight with Fire for 3 mana. Killing Enigma Drake. Ooh, this is brutal. So we need to chain together some spells. That's not going to help. I'll pass. Alright. He's got some turns here. I will Disdainful Stroke the Majority's Conjecture. Come on, spells. Electromancer is at least a threat. He does have to have an answer for Electromancer. I mean, just hitting another threat is still a good thing. And takes himself out with a graceful bow. Very good opponent. Very good. Nice way to go out there. I highly approve taking yourself out there. All right, we're gonna jump in and play another game with the Drake stack. Either way, that was a pretty cool Majority's Conjecture deck. I liked it, and I'm probably going to be playing a version of that very deck for you guys at some point. So, pretty cool deck. Hope you guys liked it. This is not horrible. It's a lot of Drakes, but we can also get down the Goblin Electromancer. Maybe I should have shocked on turn. I held up shock for turn 1. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna get the Goblin Electromancer down here. Pass. We'll see if he's got kill spells for it. It's very possible. All right, he's just gonna cast Chart a Course. He throws an Arclight Phoenix away. I don't really have a reason to throw cards away right now, other than like just making my Drakes bigger. I just want more card advantage. So I'm just going to go to combat. Maybe that's not playing to my outs. One of my outs could be drawing an Arclight Phoenix. There's a Lava Coil. That's not bad. Alright, I'm just going to pass. I could Chart a Course yet again. I'm going to kill his Goblin Electromancer. I'm going to play a Radical Idea. Get another land. We will play said land, and yes, I would like to pay 2 life. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Then we're going to play an Enigma Drake, Chart a Course, and pass. So we've got a good start here. We're churning through a little bit more of our deck than our opponent is, thanks to our Goblin Electromancer. Really good card in the mirror. You know, with the Electromancer is going to do a lot more work than he without it. Or she. Or she. Could be a she. Alright, so let's go ahead and opt. Discovery Dispersal. What's that on top? We'll get a Discovery Dispersal. I'm going to pay. I'm going to go 1 blue. Cast Discovery. And we're going to go Graveyard. Graveyard? Crackling Drake. Radical Idea. Enigma Drake. We'll get back Arclight Phoenix. Go to combat. Attack. Shock. Kill our opponent. Do we get to kill? We get to kill. For Xaxes. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so I think Beacon Bolt's good. I think Murmuring Mystic's good in the mirror. Ralzeric's fairly good in the mirror. The mirrors could go long. Really want these mirror matches to just kind of fire off. Shock is not bad. Maximized Velocity's okay. I think I actually removed the Maximized Velocity. Shock's really good. I kind of like Shock. Maybe we don't want Ralzeric in the mirror here. Maybe peel off a Radical Idea. Opt Discovery. And just like trim back on some stuff instead of actually just like taking all of one thing out. Just trim everything back a little bit. And just kind of go from there. Alright, so we don't have any Arclight Phoenixes, so we're not going to be doing anything like just ridiculous right off the bat, but we've got a good hand. We've got good lands, we've got a Lava Coil to be able to deal with opposing Arclights. We've got good lands, we've got Ralzeric, which, good card. We just need to get 4 instants or sorceries in the graveyard. Alright, so we're definitely going to be killing that. As much as I would much rather kill something else with this Lava Coil, I cannot let him keep that Goblin Electromancer. We've seen in the last game just how powerful Goblin Electromancer is in the matchup. Is this another Electromancer? Don't be another Electromancer. Just Charter Course or something, dude. Have a Radical Idea. Tormenting Voice. Pitching Lava Coil. Wow. You must have a good hand if you're pitching. I didn't even like playing. I didn't even like using my Lava Coil there. Alright, so I'm going to go no. And I am going to Charter Course here. Charter Course, pitching, Radical Idea. And we'll pass. Now, he gets to start getting into some Drakes, which is pretty good. We can go Sulphur Falls, Goblin Electromancer, Charter Course. There's a Lava Coil. We can get rid of Island. Lava Coil the Drake. Pass. Alright, so we've got our Goblin Electromancer here. We'll see if he can deal with it. If he can't deal with it, then... Alright, so he's going to Beacon Bolt the Drake there, or the... I think we just slam Ralzeric here, right? So we'll go Ralzeric. Remember to pick the card that I want. Alright, so which of these two cards do I want? The Mountain, I guess. And we're just gonna try to protect Ralzeric here. There's an Arclight Phoenix. That's gonna do a little damage to Ral. Alright, so let's go ahead, uptick Ral, see if we can find something that we want to use here. Charter Course isn't bad, so I want the Charter Course for sure. We can go Murmuring Mystic. This will be a little bit difficult to deal with. Murmuring Mystic, and then I'm going to cast Discovery Dispersal and dig a little bit deeper. Alright, so we're going to go, definitely going Graveyard with that. We can go top with the Shock, draw the Shock. That'll help. So we're churning through our deck at a really good pace. There's another... So I assume both Arclight Phoenixes are coming at Ralzeric. Ralzeric. We'll go to blocks. We'll stop one of them. Ral's going to take a little bit of a hit here. It's okay, Ral. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. We got reinforcements on the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and dig for a little bit more. There's a Goblin Electromancer. Now, Goblin Electromancer will really let us churn through some stuff. So, I'm going to keep the Goblin Electromancer. And we'll go Electromancer. I think that I just Radical Idea here. And pitch the Enigma Drake. We will make a blocker for Ralzeric, protect him a little bit longer. Oh, that's good. And I'm just going to swing. I could have Radical Idea'd and Shock to be able to get back the Arclight Phoenix. I think we still have those options available for next turn. Just going to go ahead and draw some more. Alright, well, there's a bunch of land. We can switch those to our Jumpstart cards. And then we're just going to try to get set up with a really good board presence here and then just kind of go from there. I mean, he's got 5 cards in hand. He does need to deal with this Murmuring Mystic, as Murmuring Mystic by itself might just end up beating him, depending on how much we're able to churn through our deck before he can deal with it. His Beacon Bolt, unfortunately, is just not that effective. Sheevan Fire. Okay. Like, when the Sheevan Fire is going at the birds instead of my Goblin Electromancer, that feels really, really good. There's an op. There's a charter course. He did not throw away a Arclight Phoenix, which is good for us. Lava Coil. Alright, so Lava Coil is definitely the time where I want to cast Radical Idea. We'll resolve the Radical Idea. And go ahead and fire off another Radical Idea. Getting rid of the Guild Gate. Make another blocker. Alright, so we're looking pretty good here. Fire off a shock. Make another blocker. Block. Block. I mean, if you can get one back, you can get them both back, right? Yeah. I mean, if you can get one back, you can get them both back. But I'm still going to block it and kill it. Because if you can't get it back, then we're in a pretty good spot. Alright. Come on, Ral. Let's see what we're working with here. Alright, so we want Charter Course, of course. Okay, so let's see what we can do before combat. Alright, so we're going to cast Discovery Dispersal. Don't think I need that much red mana. So we'll go ahead and cast Discovery Dispersal. And we get Goblin Electromancer. We'll put on top. We'll put this into our graveyard. We'll play Electromancer. Play Charter Course. Dig for something non-land. It's Crackling Drake. We've got to get rid of something. Get rid of Steam Vents. Just didn't get there. We have a Radical Idea left? No. No more Radical Ideas. Okay. Well. Attack. Attack. We'll leave some of these back to protect Ralzeric. Even though we've got another Ralzeric. Just maintain our board state here. This one of Murmuring Mystic has been really good. There's a Crackling Drake. Okay. Alright, that's Arclight Phoenix. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and uptick Ral. We'll go. I want the opt because I am really looking to trigger these Phoenixes. Let's play our own Crackling Drake. Draw a card. Enigma Drake. I mean, we can play a land. Let's play another Crackling Drake. Arclight Phoenixes. Sulfur Falls. Having a little bit of lag here. Alright, so what does the damage look like here? If we lose one of these and go 1, 2, 3, it puts him at 14. Then he's dead next turn. I think I can pass and he's dead next turn anyway. We'll see. Izzet. Alright, well, I need to cast this before he does anything with that Niv. Let's put that on the bottom, see if we can get something else. There's an opt. He opts. So we'll let him do something. Who's the target? He targets Ralzeric. Ralzeric's gotta go. He draws a card, he targets Ralzeric. Again, Ralzeric's gotta go. Alright, so there's Shock. Let's go ahead and uptick Ral. We get Beacon Bolt. Beacon Bolt's good. Beacon Bolt? He draws a card. Scoop! And it's over. Because we would have flashed back the Beacon Bolt, killed his other blocker, and then just swung with both of our Drakes and killed him. So, very powerful deck. We just seen it there against our opponent. Now, our opponent brought in Niv-Mizzet against us. I don't necessarily know if Niv-Mizzet is the right way to go against us, but maybe not. Maybe it is. Either way, pretty cool deck. And you know, we've done really well with it so far. So unfortunately, guys, I know y'all are used to 3 games and stuff, but I'm trying to rush these out, and I really just do not have time tonight to continue playing this. If you guys want to see more of this this deck, I highly recommend that you go check the replays of Yuuya Watanabe. He's much more skilled player than I am. I'm not saying that I'm a bad player, but this man's at the top of the echelon. Like, he's up there, all right? I mean, his testing partner is Shota, for crying out loud, who played an awesome Grixis control deck that I also want to play for you guys. All in all, though, I had a lot of fun with this deck. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching it. If you want to play this deck or any other deck from the Pro Tour, remember you can pick those cards up from Mana Traders, the rental service. If you do pick them up, use the if you do sign up for Mana Traders, use the coupon code. Save yourself 15% on your first 3 months. By the time your 3 months are over, you'll have 3 months of loyalty. Their loyalty rewards are wonderful, and you can like start getting more of a budget, all kinds of things. Check out their website, figure out how the service works. It's like entering a card pool, and they have all the cards, and no one's ever in your colors. Like, it's the greatest card pool ever. Either way, my name's Eric. You've been watching Sideboard MTG. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I want everyone to have a happy Thanksgiving this weekend. If you're doing your Thanksgiving this weekend or midweek, whatever it is that you're doing, I hope everyone's having a happy Thanksgiving. And personally, and that's why you're not getting your live streams this week. And I am kind of rushing these out. But all in all, this is a really sweet deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. We'll see you next time.